Chapter 22 of the best-selling novel The Adventures of Matt Ruffs, Mexican Jewel. Awarded Fiction Book of the Year and given top-star reviews by literary critics, this novel is also highly rated by the readers. Sancho's wife, Ramona, stood alone in the stylish bathroom of the upscale restaurant that she frequented with her lover Yummel every Tuesday afternoon. She stood at the sink and let the cool water run gently over her hands, then stared into the mirror, barely recognizing herself in the reflection. Who have I become? She turned away from the mirror and wiped her hands. Returning to the table, Ramona took the last sip of her wine and ordered another glass. Yummel had gone to his post in the mountains, and he was not to be back until next week. He urged Ramona to make a decision, to leave her husband, Sancho, for a life of adventure. Ramona and Yummel were kindred spirits. They knew each other from childhood, with their fathers running businesses in the same trade. Both fathers got involved with less than straightforward affairs, in passing illegal products through the country's borders. Ramona's father eventually lost his business and had to retire away from the public eye. This was when Ramona married Sancho, a boy from a simple family, who was nevertheless ambitious and was persisting in courting Ramona, despite her not paying any serious attention to him. Actually, Ramona did befriend him, but more out of pity and to entertain herself by his admiration. However, eventually, when the family business crashed, she found herself in a difficult situation, and only Sancho showed up as a real friend, offering her his hand in marriage without any hesitation. Ramona accepted, and was now married to Sancho for a whole year. But she never truly accepted her new position as Sancho's wife. Without a doubt, Sancho was a good man, with solid ambitions of becoming an established police officer and maybe even the chief of his region at the end of his career. He had an admiration for rules and regulations. He wanted obedience from those around him. And he even secretly wanted to devise a plan to arrest a cartel chief, something that would feel like getting a gold medal in the Olympics, allowing his name to then be remembered in the history of Mexican justice. But Ramona was craving something else: more freedom of the mind, the breathtaking energy of the mountains, connection with the supernatural world, and the mystery of success that did not come from obeying orders to the letter. And so, once she ran into Yummel a couple of months ago at this very restaurant, it rekindled that flame in her. They reconnected and remembered the good times they used to have when they were kids, the amazing ideas that they both nurtured, and the freedom of making life just the way they wanted to, without limits, or so they imagined. Now, Yummel had put her in front of a difficult choice. He had asked her to follow him into the mountains and leave her safe and secure little life behind for a spectacular life, full of excitement and adventure, taking on difficulties as they come and placing their love above all else. Yummel had incredible plans of running a global business. He had many ideas and many powerful friends, and he wanted Ramona to be his muse and his closest companion on this journey. However, among the immense excitement at being so acknowledged and feeling entirely seduced by this man, Ramona also felt nauseated at the possibility of running away with him. Yes, what Yummel offered was incredibly interesting, and she felt very attracted to his masculine body. She would imagine making love to him every time she closed her eyes. They could forget the world and be so happy together, if only there were no realities in check. Like the reality that all their plans and dreams may be entirely fanciful because Yummel was more of a dreamer than a man of solid and meticulous conscience as her husband Sancho was. And, once faced with the frustrations of unrealized dreams and the necessities of daily life, Yummel could take off for the hills, like his father once did. Ramona replayed the conversation they had back and forth a million times, but she was not able to collect herself. She felt agitated and needed to calm down before she could think straight. She had exactly 1 week before Yummel's return, after which he will be moving to the southern border. If she did not decide to go with him until then, she might lose him forever. The full book of The Adventures of Matt Ruffs, Mexican Jewel, is available now on Amazon. Chapter 22 of the best-selling novel The Adventures of Matt Ruffs, Mexican Jewel. Awarded Fiction Book of the Year and given